fino al centro del mondo. Tutto quello che ho, in mezzo a tutto questo bel casino, è un motivo per sentirmi vivo, è un motivo per sentirmi vivo. Tutto quello che ho, il sangue che mi arriva dritto al cuore, l'ossigeno che spinge a respirare, e una ragione grande come il mare, come il mare.
Welcome everyone to the 35% of Turkey. It's WEC here on pole position, Mark Sadler alongside him. Divided out lines with third with Christy Medley and Juan Villalobos, with first two on P6 from Palomino and UKB. After that we have landfall in ninth from Old Carmona and P10, bottom half of the grid, started by Sideboy and Vitorals on that sixth row, from Chaos Andalay and Spiker CB, with Force Racing's reigning champion Matthew Hart from Doc Q and Iron Crow, with Force of Cream in 18th and Mr. Bob Garcia on the back. Hello everyone, welcome to 35% of Turkey. The 5 red lights coming off screens for what should be an exciting race. We go green in Turkey. And off of the front row, Davey Sakira already facing threat from Mark Sadley. To Benedetto on the inside line, making a little bit of contact with Sakira. Sakira though, holding the lead after the first couple of corners. And that is crucial to his race and to any hope that you might have the championship. Adelaide back up into second, Tobedo dropping back down to third, and further back Garcia involved in an incident with Mr. Bob and Oyen Crow. Green flags now waving once more as the drivers get back up to proper full speed racing, as UKB trying to get past Lamfong. He is ahead of Lamfong, now in 8th position. Fong will try to get that place back as he's on the soft tyres, which is a quicker compound, especially at this stage in the race. Yeah, perfect start for Dave Sakira on the first of 21 laps here. Mark Adelaide in P2, hold that position for now. Benedetto though is going to put some thread onto that position. That position is not safe. One Villalobos holding P4 throughout the hairpin. Bentley having a bit of a fishy line there, as first Theo in Ferrari will try to catch up to Bentley, and out of the race goes Mr. Bob. And Iron Crow was involved in that as well. His car is completely damaged. He'll probably come into the pits. Yes, he does. He's going to get that car repaired, which means Nunez Garcia will no longer be in last place. He'll now be in 18th position, with Iron Crow down in last. Deus Akira, though, is there in first. This is incredible for him. His virtual safe car comes to an end. We go green once more. And it's Marcus Adelaide P2. To Benedetto though, still not letting go of that second position. He wants to get that place back, and he will do anything to get it back. As we go to the rear view here of Marcus Adelaide, who's going to be getting that pressure. Not Q picking up a 5-second time penalty, and it's contact there. Carmona's out. No, sorry, Soundboy's out. Carmona survives. But a big slap into the barrier has destroyed her car a lot, and she's going to have to come into the pits. That marks the second retirement of the 35% of Turkey. And we are still yet to get a fully clean lap. And yeah, due to this, Adelaide now holds P2 for even longer. De Benedetto, though, will be still desperate to get that position back, as we are on board with him, as Sekiera has had an awful restart and instantly faces the pressure of Mark Adelaide into turn 1. Somehow these drivers have not made any contact. That wide line though has put a bit of threat from Dario Di Benedetto, who's also in this fight for the race lead. It is a 3-way battle, and Sekiera now finally pulling away some more. But Di Benedetto is getting right on the back of that Alpine, the team that he used to drive for as well. And he goes down the inside of Mark Adelaide, not fully committing though, and that's allowed Mark Adelaide to start to pull away once more. To Benedetto here in third position, Sekiera in first still. This is looking good for Mark Adelaide though, and especially for Sergio, who's still managed to hold on to his lead despite the threat that he faced at the very start of the lap. Iron Crow fastest in that first sector, unsurprising considering where he is right now. He's in fully clean air right now. As Mark Sadley goes down the inside of Sergio, who's out of this race. And I'm getting very annoyed right now as well. I accidentally clicked onto Bentley before, so we missed the contact there, and I'm very sorry about that. But yeah, Adelaide getting a penalty, De Benedetto through into the lead, and Sergio out of the race. Yeah, it's a short-lived race for him, and I'm sure him and Ford will be very annoyed there at Alpine. However, many drivers have came into the pits. Lamford, one of those drivers, he moves on to the hard tyre. And that cheeky free pit stop is going to be very lovely for Ferrari, as that's going to give him a lovely advantage later on, assuming no other virtual safety cars interrupt this race. As we're on board with UKB, who's getting close to Theo. The British driver is currently holding P6. To Benedetto, though, out in front in the lead of this race. This race went perfectly fine for him, and I'm sure he'll be happy about this one. As Christian Bentley trying to put some pressure onto Marcus Adelaide, as the soft tyres are really starting to wear out. The Freedom Racing can seek this opportunity. However, with less battery in his car, this is going to be a bit of a nightmare for him, as Juan Villalobos is getting close to the Freedom Racing and heading into the hairpin. They are so close to each other, and Juan Villalobos moves up ahead of Adelaide. Bentley also doing the same. Yeah, that's Marcus Adelaide getting overtaken twice right there, holding up many drivers as he comes into the pit lane. He came on P5. Will try and seek this opportunity to get ahead of Theo, but he can't. Palomino on the inside line. Contact made, and he's got a 5-second time penalty for it. That's damage to the Toyota and damage to the Power Motorsport. This is great for Theo, who will feel a bit relieved that they have damage behind. Iron Crow fastest, and virtual safety car, and out goes Chaos Delay. And there's the stricken car right there, just before the final corner. As at VSC, the pace is slowed down. Virtual safety car ending. And we're gonna go green again. And yep, we are green once more. For the good restart for Bentley. Well, compared to Benedetto, it's just average, I guess. He gained a couple tenths, and that's about it. No serious gains or anything. As Lamford going for the move on Spiker. This should be an easy move. These two used to be teammates in Formula 1. As Fong makes contact with Spiker, yellow flags as well. As Christian Bentley and Villalobos have both went off there at the hairpin. I suspect there was contact between the two drivers. As Versio coming into the pit lane just changes tyres, his softs were dead anyways. Palomino also in, as spinning round, Matthew Hart making contact with Spiker. And yep, that's at the hairpin once again. People love colliding at that hairpin. As Paul's Cream held up there at the final corner, now at risk from Olga Carmona, who's charging down the main straight, getting closer and closer, Hart picking up another penalty. He seems to be a weapon this race, and one that people want to avoid. He's a weapon gone rogue, and he's P9 with a 10-second penalty at the moment. As Carmona getting close to Paul's with Cream on the inside line. Contact there. Carmona penalised for it. As McCrean goes down the inside. Ooh, wheel bumping there between the two, but McCrean is through anyways up in 9th position. And there's nothing Hart can do about that one. And he goes on the inside. Carmona now on the inside of Matthew Hart. And ahead of Matthew Hart. So it's a very big struggle lap here for Matthew Hart, as he's just lost 2 places right there to Carmona and McCrean, as Matthew Hart crashes out of this race. You can just see him go off there as De Benedetto and Bentley are going to get 3 pit stops right now. Villalobos also in to minimise the damage of his 5-second time penalty. Perfect opportunity right now for these guys. As Benedetto leaves pits in P1. If it wasn't for that virtual safety car, Lamfog would have been leading this race, which is a bit of pain. That's a bit of pain to Ferrari, to be honest. As UKB and Villalobos on the pit exit. Pause for Cream, very slow here as he's got a massive train behind him. Versus he'll be wanting to break out of that train. All the drivers here would be wanting to break out of it. And the most likely to do that would be Carmona, who's going to go on the inside of Pause for Cream, who's going to have the inside line here. Carmona forced to the edge of the track as Versio on the inside of an AG.E, who goes down the inside, and there is more contact there. Somehow an AG.E survives. Versio on the other hand does not. And that's his stricken hard tires bouncing across the circuit there. Yeah, AG.E just didn't use the room that he had. He just went straight into him instead. He went straight into Versio. And unsurprisingly, that is Versio out of this race. However, Fong now will be under some pressure from Christian Bentley, who's on fresh soft tyres, 3 laps younger than Fong's. And for a better restart, this is looking great for the Freedom Racing. As throughout this final section of corners, he's going to be a lot quicker than the Ferrari. Already activating some battery, now using DRS down the straight with battery included. Forcing Fong to go to the inside, I guess, to defend. Bentley could have went for the move, but he didn't do it. And there we go, he's going to find a room this time round. As the Ferrari can't really defend this position. Getting very close to the Freedom Racing, almost making contact in fact. But that is Bentley through into second place. Fong can't defend that one at all. In UKB, Racing in P4, that's a good result for him at the moment with Power Motorsport. Juan Villalobos in P5 right now as he set the fastest first sector. And that's great for Toyota, showing that they do have pace. Newton Garcia there picking up a 5-second time penalty down in P13, that's for causing a collision. It's been a disastrous race for Garcia. Of course, he had a good race last time out with P2, and Palomino was also your winner of that race at the same time. But yeah, this race is just the complete opposite of last race. It's just a disaster. Palomino in P9 at the moment. He'll be looking to try and challenge for the title today and in these future races. De Benedetto in first as into the wall goes Vitorals and Paul's McCream. McCream's the one who's made that contact happen. He's been penalised for it as Juan Villalobos getting closer to UKB, looking to try and challenge for P4 in this race. You know, that position could turn to P3 later on because Lamfog is struggling and he is losing time to UKB and Villalobos, who are catching up to him. Can Lamfog do anything here? Or we just have to hope that they can't get past. Duerdo though leading the way, heading on towards lap 10 very soon. Out of 21, we're not even halfway through the race yet. But yeah, it's been a crazy one as Crow gets a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision. Not good for him, as we're on board with the Aston Martin, the Heart Racing Team car. Confusing name. Yeah, I know. Villalobos getting closer to UKB with every corner. UKB getting closer to Fong every corner. And with the assistance DRS, that's going to help him stay ahead of Villalobos while catching up to Lam Fong. Trying to look for the move on the outside line. And he can't get that move done as we're looking at Villalobos, who's just watching these two fight. UKB needs to desperately get ahead of Lam Fong. Otherwise, he's going to be under threat from Villalobos, which he already is. As the Toyota can seek an opportunity to try and get up into fourth. The two are side by side. Somehow not being any contact. UKB holds on to P4 as he goes for the move on Fong. Contact made there, and he's got a penalty for it. And yep, that should just be an easy position for Villalobos now. UKB with damage, Fong with damage. This should be easy, but UKB's not going to make it easy, is he? He's going to hold the outside line here on the entrance to the chicane. And Villalobos has made contact now. Both of these drivers now have penalties as they're just scrapping it out for fourth position as Lam Fong somehow has held on to his place. So yeah, his hopes of them not being able to get past have come true at the moment. Oh, contact there. Lam Fong getting a penalty. Now all three of these drivers have got a penalty to their name. And Fong coming into the pit lane, holding up Villalobos right there. And that's Very good for UKB. He's pretty much just gotten away with all that chaos. Right, Aral's coming around the final corner. He's going to be thrown up at the 5th second but McCree getting the penalty as out of the race there goes an RQ. So yeah, I don't know who he's made contact with, but that's not good for him anyways. As in the pits is Lam Fong. I think I already said that. Yeah, I did. He's going to come out the pits, so in P9 I think. Yep, just ahead of Boy and Crow, crucially. As Carmona's out as well. What the hell? What the hell's happened there? Just might be an extended virtual safety car because of Carmona's retirement. So we've now got 12 cars left in the running here at Turkey. And we are pretty much halfway through this race now. De Benedetto leading the way still by 8.5 seconds. This is very good for him at the moment, as it's a good restart for Lampong. He'll try to put pressure on the Palomino to get past him. Palomino will hold that position for now, but it's only just a restart. As Fong, there we go, for a lovely move on the inside line. He will take P7, now ahead of Palomino. Trying to get ahead of Paul's McCream now, finding some room on the inside line. Paul's McCream trying to force him to that line, and he is through, but he goes very wide there. Paul McCream can't get ahead. Christo Bentley into the pit lane, and he moves on to the fresh set of medium tyres. UKB staying out, Villalobos also staying out. Vitorals will be expected to come in. I think he is coming in now. As through the final corner, the Ford comes into the pit lane. Now Fogg's staying out, obviously he's just on his first lap of his new tyres. As he crosses the line, he is now P5 at the moment. Bentley in P4 from Villalobos, UKB and Dominic De Benedetto. Spiker in P9 at the moment from Nunez Garcia, whose horrible race continues right now, 41 seconds behind his teammate at the moment. Like, that is just pure pain, and that is like legitimate. That's like the legitimate gap as well. As both Boy and Crow and Paul McCream into the pit lane. De Benedetto starting lap 13, he is still the race leader, unsurprisingly. UKB is still in the second place, probably will pit soon. If he pits, Villalobos will also pit. That's why I keep you guys. As Paul McCream gets another penalty for causing a collision. Only one driver that can be with, and that is Iron Crow. Yeah, still, De Benedetto was staying out on them old hard tyres. Iron Crow just trying to hold his position, I think. Wait, I'm a bit confused. Oh, wait. This is Paul McCream being lapped right now by De Benedetto. Okay, this is interesting. So yeah, we've had our first driver lap today. That's Paul McCream as he tries to get unlapped. He tries to unlap himself here. He does unlap, but De Benedetto just laps him straight back. He just gave him the place straight away right there. As Spiker comes into the pit lane, he moves on to soft tyres. Yep, De Benedetto now into the pits. So we're getting a tyre change done right there. He should be out ahead of Bentley. I'll be surprised if Bentley's out ahead. As approaching turn 1, De Benedetto is out ahead of Bentley, who does set the fast lap of the race. And despite that, he can't claim the lead. He gave it a very good attempt though. Like, that was a seriously good attempt by Christian Bentley to try and take the race lead. But it did not work out. Palomino in for his second pit stop today for Toyota. And De Benedetto gets a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision. Trying to get ahead of Juan Villalobos, so he's made contact with him. Just trying to find his way around, and this is the invite Bentley needed. As he's now back into this fight for the race lead, when it looked like he wouldn't do it. He's now back into that fight. And, oh, Villalobos making contact there with Tony De Benedetto, who somehow catches in the car right there. I can't believe we've just witnessed that through an onboard right there. As Villalobos got out of 5%, it's really struggling. And there is contact, and straight away out to race as expected goes Juan Villalobos. UK ball into the pit lane. And he's going to get that 5-second time penalty serve. He's going to stick on some fresh tyres. We have 7 laps to go, including the current one that we are on at the moment, as UK ball sticks on soft tyres. Weird choice, probably could have went for the mediums or the hards. I'd say the hards more likely would be better for him. Yeah, he could have stuck on the hards and went to the end, but how much more? Clearly not feeling that. Definitely a necessity pit again, as Adelaide and Garcia both coming to the pits. Devedo back in to lead this race with a massive margin to Bentley. His tyres will soon fall off. Bentley, on the other hand, will also fall off soon. His tyres are 2 laps older than Devedo's, so yeah, we can soon expect to fall off from both drivers in terms of their tyres. And there we go, visible wear already coming in for Christine Bentley. Devedo will experience that visible wear next lap. Don't know whereabouts, but it will be sometime next lap, guaranteed. As you'll be heading on to lap 16 as your race leader pulls with cream right behind Nunez Garcia. Defending our track line, driving in close to the Peugeot Total Energies as we now move on to lap 16 in this race. 7 laps to go, including this one. No, it's no. 6 laps to go, including this one. Not 7. 6 or 7. 6, 7. As you came on P4, getting close to Lampong in P3 with fresher tyres, this should be an easy overtake. However, we all know what's happened to guys this race who have claims for an easy overtake to make contact or something. Fogg though, professional defence clearly, as you came all going for the move on the outside line. Yeah, this is what I mean, professional defence. He can push that defence to the limit, he can make them drivers back out. Yeah, he's the Vietnamese Minister of Defence right now. Lam Phong, your 2019 World Champion, still showing that he's got them skills here in WEC. And UK Ball's going to have to try and catch up once more. And yeah, we can soon expect Devedo to come into the pit lane. As for this race, like, with positions and stuff, I don't know what this will mean. I do still believe Devedo can still win this race. However, it's going to be a bit of a difficult task because of Lampong and UK Ball being on these tyres, which probably can go to the end of the race. Actually, not so much for UK Ball, but Lampong possibly. I don't know, it's going to be a very interesting one to see. Like, will they pit or will they not? We'll have to find out as we watch the rest of this race go on. UK Ball getting close to Lampong on the inside line, making a little bit of wheel bumping right there. And Lampong once again holds position. He's just great at this defence stuff. And there's nothing that UK Ball can do about it. He needs to try and go for a different line. That's literally his only option here. But he's just repeating the same lines over and over. As here goes UK Ball on the inside line. This should be an easy overtake. Finally done. The British driver finally moving up into second place. It took a while, but he's finally done it. Devedo leads onto lap 18. And the time is running out now for these drivers. If Devedo wants to pit, he's going to have to do it this lap. Otherwise, he can just say bye to his chances of winning today. Lampong already losing a lot of time to UK Ball, showing just how much he was holding up the British driver. And this is obviously going to raise concerns here for Devedo. We are looking at the time percentages. UK Ball should be able to go at the end. Devedo, though, will not. I don't think Devedo can actually get to the end of this race on it. I don't think he can. As Palomino in, Spiker in as well. Palomino moving on to soft tyres. If you're making the pit stop now, you may as well just go for the softs. They'll get you to the end. They'll do you just fine. And Spiker coming in, moving on to a fresh set of soft tyres. Okay, I was wrong. It's medium tyres. A fresh set of the medium tyres as Devedo into the pit lane. A late race pit stop will it be worth it for Peugeot? It's going to have to be, because, yeah, his hands would never have made it to the end, so this was his only choice as yellow flags out of the race there. Goes Paul's McCree and Palomino involved in the incident, and that is going to save De Benedetto, I guess. He moves on to fresh softs, 4-lap tyre advantage now over UKB. 3 laps to go, and this is it. We are now in the final stages of this race. Lampfong also taking this advantage to come into the pit lane. Chris Bentley will take third, but Lampfong's probably going to get that place. UKB needs a good restart though. And it's been the very opposite of a good restart. It's been awful, disastrous for Power Motorsport. This virtual safety car has ruined everything for them. And now De Benedetto is back into position to win this race. Dominic De Benedetto is getting closer and closer to victory. He can taste it. He can see the Power Motorsport ahead, who's going to be defenseless, to be honest. The tyre deficit is just too much for the British driver to handle, as De Benedetto is getting closer and closer. Don't be too aggressive though, otherwise that's going to ruin your own race. And on the inside, there's contact. Out of the race, there goes UKB. De Benedetto's still surviving. He's got a penalty though, and that is a virtual safety car. Double DNF for Power Motorsport once more. Chris Bentley now, the one in this contention to win this race. Now, this is crazy. Yes, De Benedetto has damage. There's 2 laps to go now. He'll be hoping to hold on. He can hold on. We know this. Let's just see, though, how his race will go. The VSC is coming in as we go green once again. De Benedetto just needs to pull out 5 seconds and maintain it. That's all he needs to do. Lampfong could also win this race. He needs to get ahead of Bentley and stay within 5 seconds of De Benedetto. That's all he has to do. However, staying within 5 seconds is going to be a nightmare, as in the third sector, into the wall is Palomino with Iron Crow involved. Both of them though surviving, which is crucial for their race, as Lampfong on the outside. What a move from the Ferrari to move ahead of Bentley. Incredible. He's got the move done when he needed to the most, and now he set his sights on chasing down Dominic De Benedetto for the race win. I do feel like though it's probably going to go in the way of De Benedetto, despite the penalty being there. As across the line, starting the final lap of this race, De Benedetto has been pretty dominant today. He's been pretty dominant recently. It's no surprise why he's the title favourite here in WEC at the moment, as he's just got 2 more sectors to go. The driver for Peugeot is going to enter round 7 with a huge confidence booster at the moment. 2 rounds to go after this one. This is your 6th round of the season as well. And De Benedetto has just driven beautifully today. He has been linked with that Peugeot very well. He just got in that Peugeot for the first time. He instantly knew what to do. And now 1 more sector to go for De Benedetto. And he's approaching the final corners of the racetrack. Dominic De Benedetto, I don't think you would have expected him to be doing so well this season. But here he is, proving the haters wrong. De Benedetto sets Turkey alight as he wins the 35% of Turkey, the fastest lap as well. And for Lampfong, he's going to cross the line. He won't even take the fast lap, and he will stay P2 in this race. Bentley finished in 3rd for Marcus Adelaide and Vita Ralphs, unless he changes at the very end. Actually, Vita Ralphs and Marcus Adelaide, their tyres are about to puncture right now. They can hold on. I think they just will. But they're struggling. Marcus Adelaide will make it to the end. Vita Ralphs will as well. 2% for Adelaide, 1% for Vita Ralphs. Both of them getting their tyres 7 laps, the absolute maximum that you can do on the soft tyres there. As Nunez Garcia finishes in P6 from Palomino and Iron Crow, with Spiker rounding everyone off. But what a race it's been though. And there you go, to find out your winner for Peugeot Total Energies with, that was Lam Fong there in P2. P3 belonging to Christine Bedley. After that incredible race though, we got 2 races to go. I forgot what next race is. Oh, yeah, I remember. We got Vegas next, and then Bahrain to end the season off. We had a great race in Vegas in Formula 1. Let's see if we can have the same here in WEC. So yeah, with that, let's listen to the Freedom National Anthem. And there you go to bed out your race winner from Lamfo and Christine Bentley after hours Max Adelaide and Vitorals from Moving Inez Garcia and Palomino. Spike it on Inquire rounded everyone off with UK Ball, Falls of Greenville, Lovers, Carmona, U, Verstio, Hart, and Lisa, Gareth Signboy, Mr. Bob all retiring from the race. And that's it for the 35% of Turkey. We'll see you next time in the 25% of Vegas when the APX WEC series returns.